I've had a few people come up to me and be like, are you okay?
What?
It's quite a big expectation to think that one person can meet all of your needs for the rest of your life.
I completely agree with that. I'm not trying to like take sides, but that's a bit
Please don't sue us. I can't predict what Lily is going to say next.
Hello and welcome to the Social Battery Podcast with Ali and Lily.
We're back!
Woo-hoo!
I'm so happy to be back. How's your social battery this week?
It's insane.
Wow.
It's very nice to see you. I love doing these podcasts because it means that I get to see you every week.
I know, I'm so glad. But that was the whole reason we started doing this, because we were like, what's the one thing we've enjoyed the most out of the last year? And it was literally working together.
I know, and we speak all the time.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
So why not put it on a podcast for everyone to hear?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hopefully people like it.
Hopefully people like it.
My hope for the podcast is that it's people's like comfort viewing. You know, when you've had like a difficult time at work and you just want to put something on when you're driving home, or like maybe you want to get under a blanket if people are watching on YouTube visually. Like I just want people to feel like it's a bit of light relief.
I know, same. And I think like it's so nice when you have a good podcast that you like, and when we get so many like positive comments, it makes you feel so happy and nice.
Yeah.
It just makes you
and actually,
makes
do you
my
know,
day.
I actually thought a funny segment would be reading our feedback one day, and
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, and I looked through it this morning. I didn't do a deep dive.
To be fair though, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like when we came off the show that we met, we were so Marmite with people.
Yeah.
But the podcast that we've come out, we've had such positive feedback, and that's like really different for us. And
People
it
are
makes you feel
so kind.
happy. People are so kind.
We love feedback. Keep writing in.
I know.
Keep sending us your comments.
And yeah, anyone who sends us anything positive, like it makes our day. And anyone who's
and we talk about it,
and we do talk about it. My mum reads it and she's like,
my mum watches the podcast too, and my dad.
I think my mum commented on one of like the things going like Princess Lily of the Valley, you did, and she was like, Ali again, great podcast. And then it just makes you feel so good that the positive feedback. But that's a thank you to
I thought it'd be funny to read troll comments, but I tried to have a quick look, but the main troll comments are not on our pages. They're on like the like I don't know what they are, like fan or fake pages of the social battery.
We've got a few pages impersonating us, which is free PR as long as like people don't think it's actually our account.
Yeah, and they've done good clips. I like the edits.
I know it's
They're
good
quite
edits,
good.
But yeah, we do have some people.
Whoever's behind them is doing really nice
but
edits.
I deep it, I'm like, shit, like someone randomly at home is just like clipping videos of our podcast while we're just chilling out.
I just hope it's because they like the pod and they enjoy the content.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, and they think it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for today's podcast.
I'm excited.
With Ali.
You're continuing with the relaxed vibe from last week where you randomly belched down the microphone and then kicked your trainers off into the middle of the room.
Yeah.
You've just started with no trainers this week because you're like, I'm done.
I'm currently got like the worst leg pain ever because I went to my first circuit training at the gym.
Wow.
Worst day of my life. It felt like I was in dance school again, and then you're like trapped in a class in a room. I texted my dad, I was like, I feel like extremely awkward, I think I'm gonna have to leave. And he was like, no, you've got this, with a bunch of old men. And then I was like doing like whatever. It was just very traumatic. The gym is so traumatic, like especially a gym class.
It can be, and
so intimidating as well.
For those of you watching rather than listening who just saw Lily's action in the chair, I had a full rundown of her gym routine in the middle of Sainsbury's about half an hour before this podcast started. And
I had to do these dumbbell swings.
Words.
If you watch it on YouTube, it's like that.
Oh God!
And the guy was like, you need to, you're using your arms, you need to use your like, what is it? Your
pelvis? Your vape is in a very peculiar position.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. But he was like, you need to use your pelvis. So I was like that. And he was like, no, you're still using your arms. So I was literally like that the whole time. And I just felt so embarrassed, and never again. They go like, oh, go out your comfort zone, it'll make you feel better. No, it doesn't. Stay in your comfort zone and don't push out the box.
Okay, good advice. So
well,
I have a game for you.
Yay!
To warm us up and get us ready for this week's podcast. It's a game about red flags. We touched on it slightly last week, thinking about some red flag stuff, which we'll return to here and there throughout the season. But I'm going to read you some red flags, and I want you to tell me if you think they're a red flag or a green flag, okay? So, number 1, plans 1 drink, but ends up in a 2-day drinking session. Red flag or green flag?
Green flag.
Okay.
Because that's me. I know.
Always late.
A green flag, because that's me as well. And it's not on purpose. I just have really, really bad time management. Like, really bad.
Okay.
So I'm going to say green flag.
Go silent on WhatsApp when there's something to arrange.
That's me as well. But that it depends. If it's red flag.
Red flag.
If it was a relationship, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. But it depends who you're speaking to. Because Ali, I've done that with you 2 weeks ago. Would you say I'm a red flag?
Nah.
That sounded iffy. Expand.
Well, let me go through the next few and we'll get your views and then I'll expand. Okay. Has a meltdown if a favourite snack is not available.
Green flag. Passionate.
You're passionate about your snacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love a good foodie.
Get stuck doom scrolling till 4 a.m.
Green flag.
Eats 5 or more dishes on their takeaway order.
Green flag.
FaceTimes instead of calls.
Green flag. I think you've just like chose all my traits. Have you done that on purpose?
Yeah. I was talking about you.
I knew it.
I like it that you identified that some of these are red flags, but it's
the
you.
blanking with messages, it's such a bad habit of mine. It's a really bad habit.
But I get it. And you always pull through when you're needed, so
yes.
All good. Anyway, sorry.
I can't believe that.
I was like, what are Lily's red flags? And I listed them, and I love.
So you would classify them as red flags? Someone who orders 5 dishes at a takeaway, you would classify that as a red flag, Ali? It shows taste.
I just love that some of them you thought were green and some of them you thought were red, and you were like, yeah,
Ali,
maybe.
Do you think a red flag, if someone ordered 5 dishes...
5 or more.
5 or more... Would you class that as a red flag?
No, it's a green flag. I promise.
I think that is like the greenest green flag. But yes, some of I was reading them. I was like, that is so bad, but that is so me. So it's gonna have to be a green flag because it is me. But I am aware that I am a red flag.
Oh no, you're not. You're a green flag, Lily.
I am a green flag.
Okay, so something that we haven't done for a while is like a bit of a news roundup or a bit of like a pop culture roundup. So I was having a little peruse of the news. Oh, I rhymed.
Sorry, can I just interrupt? We did have, when we did a pop culture and news thing, Zach Polanski commented, and he was very happy that Ali was a green supporter.
Green Queen, he said.
I've
actually been DMing Zach Polanski. Yeah, he responds.
Wow, to you.
We had a few chats, and I was like, he's my bestie now. Me and Zach are like that.
Ali and Zach.
And I thought, you know what? Imagine if he ends up Prime Minister and he's my bestie.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. When I deeped it, I was like,
Well, he saw the clip of us going on about the Green Party, and I said, what a waste of a vote if you vote Green. So I think I'm kind of out the picture with this friendship. But I am so happy for you and Zach.
Yeah.
And do you know what?
fun.
I really see it.
I slid in his DMs.
I think you'll slide into that parliament.
I don't know if that's how being a government official works,
Well, it does.
but maybe you just slide in the DMs.
No prime ministers have like proper educational degrees. That's why they all come from a posh background.
But
it's all word of mouth. Do you think Boris Johnson has a GCSE?
True, they get a bit of a golden handshake in through the door, don't they? Some of them are really well educated.
I've just kind of made that up, but I feel like it's true.
No, some of them get a bit of nepotism hand through the door. Boris Johnson's a really good example of that. I actually, I can't remember.
I couldn't imagine him sitting in GCSE.
I can't remember where I saw it, but apparently how he is as an adult is exactly how he was as a child. So, or a teenager at school where he would just blag it. So like there was...
I can imagine that.
And like, don't get all your knickers in a twist about defamation and all these things. I can't remember where I heard this story or where I saw it. I don't know what my source is. I don't know if it's reliable. I have no idea. However, I did see someone talking about him saying that at school he was exactly the same and he like blagged his way to get the lead role in a play. And then when he was in the play, he didn't bother learning any lines. He didn't show up to rehearsals. He just turned up to the show and just blagged it.
I am not a Tory, but this is why I love Boris Johnson.
Like, he didn't care.
I am
like
not a
he got
Tory.
like, because he was connected, he got like a golden handshake to get the lead role in a play. Didn't do any work, rocked up on the final and was just like, this is me, Boris Johnson. I don't know if that's true, but it's what I heard.
It's so iconic, that. Like, it kind of gives Chuck Bass out of Gossip Girl.
It does. And
Have you watched Gossip Girl?
Yes.
I've literally just started watching it.
Only just... Oh, my God.
Are
The
you
way
a
I
Gossip
was
Girl
a Gossip
girly?
Girl stan back in the day.
We have to have a conversation about this
Stan.
after. But are you
I was.
Nate or Chuck? Oh, man.
Chuck, obviously. It has to be Chuck. Although, your early on viewing, later on, he does some things that are really bad.
Really, season 2. But I'm so obsessed. Oh my God.
I was obsessed. That Gossip Girl got me through my divorce.
No way.
Yeah. That was my like zone out TV when I was like disconnecting from my life.
It makes me want to go to... Can we go New York one time?
I've been to New York a lot. And when I went with my friend, who we bleeped out last week.
You went with...
Yeah. We actually...
Imagine us all going to New York.
We visited some of the places that come up in Gossip Girl because we're both fans.
Don't! Oh my God.
Oh, and do you watch? I don't think you're going to watch this, but you know how I don't watch loads of TV, but so when we have these conversations, I'm out the loop. There is a TV show that I love, that I watch every episode, and I love it. Selling Sunset.
I've never watched it.
You got
But
to.
I've seen on TikTok that Jojo Siwa's selling a house on there.
Really?
On the new season.
So, and I found out today that a new season started yesterday. I will be
Yes.
watching that. I love it. Christine Quinn.
What's it about?
She follows me on Instagram.
What do they do?
No, I don't know. Anyway,
I think it's supposed to be like that, but I like the slow
I
motion
don't think we
one.
can pull it off.
Maybe we can do the slow motion one.
Slow motion finger applause. That sounds dirty. I didn't mean to say that. But anyway, a new season has started and I'm so excited.
What's it about?
Wait to binge watch it. So it's
I feel like you're like a cult, the people who like Selling Sunset.
it's basically these like super, like in the Beverly Hills, mega million dollar houses
Yeah.
that are sold by this cast of like beautiful estate agents.
How did that even come about?
Well, it's a real estate agent called the Oppenheim Group. I think Oppenheim Group. Anyway, run by these twin brothers, and they sell real estate. But the women are like divas.
Are they like housewives, like Desperate Housewives?
No, like
No, do you know when you see like Housewives of London, Housewives?
but
of...
like super high fashion, super iconic, and they are foul to each other. The way they argue, it is unreal.
Who's your favourite?
So Christine follows me on Instagram. She was like the bitch in the early seasons.
Is she from America?
Yeah.
And she follows you?
Yeah.
She must have like... What the fuck?
I know.
What the fuck?
That's my claim to fame, and I don't get excited about celebrities, but Christine Quinn and Paris Hilton both follow me on Instagram.
We love Paris Hilton.
We love Paris Hilton. Come
We
on the
love
pod,
Paris
Paris Hilton. We love you.
We love you. When she followed me, I was
Clip
like...
that and put it on socials. I know. And then I got a DM off her that was just a heart. And I know it's her social media team, but you know when you're just like, I grew up with Paris Hilton. She's my age.
Yeah. Did you... Sorry, I'm going so off topic. Did you... Me and my mum watched this new Netflix show called The Wayward. And my mum was like, oh my God, like, this happened to Paris Hilton. It's so sad. But did you know that, like, in America, like, if the parents are not happy with the kids, they can literally send them off and they literally
To like a
grab you.
correctional camp.
Yeah, and they literally grab you in the middle of the night.
I didn't know that Paris Hilton had gone to one, but I did know it existed.
Yeah, I know she escaped,
Wow.
like, 6 and they were really bad.
Oh my God.
Really bad. And then she does, like, loads of activism against them.
Oh, see? She's a considerate queen. We love Paris Hilton.
We
I mean,
do.
she's a billionaire.
Love that.
Well, come on the pod, Paris.
You give me Ginger Paris vibes. But, like, kind of, like, gothic Paris.
I literally, when you said that, I looked at my outfit and I was like, she's going to, like, no. I cannot. I mean, I have the odd dog hair on my jumper as well that I was picking off at the start of the episode. Like, I can't give Paris Hilton vibes, but I would love to.
Yeah.
Because what a queen, what a diva.
She is a queen. I need to go for a quick quiz.
Are you actually joking?
No.
Second week in a row.
Yeah.
Lily. So.
I'm excited for you to speak about this. I know what you're going to say.
Because I have no idea what's going on.
No,
but I did see a couple of things come up this week. And one of them was Lily Allen's new album.
This is what I'm excited for you to
Did you hear about this as well? So apparently she's created an album that is basically a tell-all about her husband and their life. Can I read you some of the lyrics from some of her songs?
Please do.
Okay.
Do you know which song is which?
Yeah.
Oh, it's...
Okay, so here's the first one I've got. We had an arrangement. Be discreet and don't be blatant. There had to be payment. It had to be with strangers, but you're not a stranger, Madeline.
I'm confused. So did she know that, like, did they have an arrangement that he can sleep with people, but they had to be a payment?
I think so. So that's from the song Madeline.
That's
or
still
Madeline,
fucked
I'm
up
not
anyway.
sure.
I'm not trying to, like, take sides, but that's a bit fucked.
Well, it sounds to me, and I don't know, because I haven't listened to the album, disclaimer.
Which song is that? Pussy Palace?
Madeline. I'm
this
coming
one
to that in a moment. But so it sounds like her and her partner. Now I'm burping after your
I've done about 10 burps.
after your miraculous
They've all been
belch
like-
last week. It sounds like he had some kinks, and we don't kink shame.
What do you mean by kinks? What kinks are you getting from that?
I don't exactly know, but it sounds like there was something about their sex life that she couldn't meet personally. So in their marriage, they had an arrangement where he was allowed to go and meet his needs outside of the marriage.
What the fuck?
But hold your opinion, because it sounds like actually what they decided was they were going to be poly, and that's fine. And each couple has their own rules for poly relationships.
But does that last?
That might be a debate that we could have. However, it sounds like their discussion was that you can have relationships outside of the marriage. Totally fine. That's your prerogative, right? Like, you can do what you want. Whatever works for you, works for you. But most people in poly relationships, they have rules, they have boundaries, things that they stick to. And
For me personally, I feel poly is, like, so okay and so normal. But when you're married...
Well, yeah.
Like, I'd think, like, couples would be poly, and then when they're like, right, we're done with this, let's get married. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think it comes from the idea that it's quite a big expectation to think that one person can meet all of your needs for the rest of your life. So
I completely agree with that.
yeah. So the idea is that, like, maybe you might have one partner that meets your sexual needs. Maybe you'll have another partner that meets your need for, like, intellectual conversation. And, like, poly relationships, they arrange themselves differently. Like, everyone has their own rules. Some people have lots of equal relationships. Some people have one primary relationship, and then they have other relationships on the side that are not the main relationship. But it sounds like for Lily Allen and her husband, what they did was they had their marriage as their primary relationship, and they agreed that he could do things sexually outside the marriage, but there were rules applied. So one of the rules was you're not going to have an emotional attachment to your partners, your outside partners. They're going to be, for example, sex workers, people that you pay, people that you're not emotionally invested in.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you're honest and you tell your partner what you're doing. But it sounds like, and I don't know, but it sounds like what Lily Allen is saying is that he broke that arrangement because actually he wasn't paying for sex workers.
You got it for free.
He had a whole other relationships with other people. And the interesting thing about the Madeline song is apparently when she released it, people went on the hunt for this Madeline person. And
I thought it was Madeline Klein out of Outer Banks.
I don't even know
She's
who
like
that is.
22 or something.
Well, I think it's a fake name.
Do they know who Madeline is?
So apparently, the plot thickens. A woman has come forward and said that she's Madeline, but then she's also said, "I have."
Why would she out herself? She's definitely not Madeline.
Yeah, and then she's also said, "Respect my privacy because I have a child and I don't want to be in the
after
limelight."
you've just outed yourself.
But then, well, that begs the question: why would you do that? Because actually, nobody knew who you were until you said, "I'm Madeline." I'm going to ask you a question in a bit, but I'm going to read you the next lyric quote first. I didn't know it was a pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace. I always thought it was a dojo, dojo, dojo.
What's a dojo, dojo, dojo?
From the song Pussy Palace. So a dojo... Have you seen the Barbie movie where it's like a Mojo Dojo thing for Ken?
Oh, okay.
So it's like
a man cave.
Kind of, but...
it's meant to be a pussy palace, but now it's a man cave.
But a dojo specifically would be a
Is a
place
willy cave.
where karate people, for example, practice their art or their craft.
So a willy cave.
No. So a dojo would be where like people practice martial arts.
So the pussy palace turned into a martial arts.
No, what she's saying is a dojo turned into a pussy palace. So he apparently has this building, this apartment. She knew it existed, but she thought it was a dojo where he went and practiced karate.
But it was a pussy palace.
Turns out he was taking his lady friends there.
Oh, so it's like a sex dungeon. What's a pussy palace?
Basically, please don't sue us. I can't predict what Lily is going to say next. But
what's a pussy palace?
Yeah, like she's saying that's what Lily
I
Allen
thought
is
the pussy
saying.
palace was her bedroom.
No, she's saying it's not her bedroom. She's saying this is what he's doing elsewhere outside of the marriage.
In the pussy palace.
Yeah. In this like apartment that he's built and set up.
So he basically had like a red room.
Well, yeah, and he's saying, oh, I'm going there to play karate, but he's taking his partners there, like Madeline.
To the pussy palace.
Yeah, possibly.
I wonder.
This is all hearsay. This is gossip. We have no reliable sources.
I wonder what this pussy palace is.
I don't know.
It is a tune though. Pussy palace.
I haven't listened to any of it. Is it actually good?
Pussy palace. Pussy palace. Do you know what I was thinking?
You are chilling again today.
I know, yeah.
You are chilling.
Ali, so my favourite singer was Lily Allen as a kid because we shared the same name.
Right.
I used to watch her videos non-stop on YouTube on my mum's laptop when I was younger. And I'd be like, thank you, Barry, in the car.
She had a few bangers, to be fair.
But then I seen a TikTok this week going as if like I used to just sing this willingly when I was younger. And it was the song Unfair by Lily Allen. It's Lily Allen, and she's like, when we go to bed, it's like small and it's not fair. Do you know the Unfair song?
Yeah, I do.
That
I do know. One pop culture reference that I know.
Yeah,
Woo!
like when they go to bed, it's not fun and it's not fair. And I was like, shit, like I was like fully like banging that out, like there's just one thing that's getting in the way.
Yeah, and you're like 9 years old. At least I was an adult by the time that album came out.
I was like screaming that at the top of the lungs. But it's crazy.
So
but I do love Lily Allen.
I like her. It's like anybody that's been in the public eye for a long time. You hear these stories, you don't know what's real, you don't know what's not real.
I mean.
Like it's really hard. So another bit of pop culture news that I heard pop up was Britney Spears' former husband, Kevin Federline. He's releasing a book called You Thought You Knew, and it comes out on October 21st. So this book promises to tell his side of the story, fatherhood fame, his time in the marriage between 2004 and 2007, and what happened afterwards.
First of all, no one wants to hear your story. Your story's irrelevant. The only story we want to hear is Britney Spears. We don't want to hear anything that comes
If
out
I
of
want to
your
hear
mouth.
a tell-all about Britney Spears, I want it to come from Britney Spears. And I saw him...
It's the fact that he thinks he's actually like people are going to listen to that. The only people listen to that is news websites to make a good tabloid.
I think I saw him on an interview with Piers Morgan, a clip.
Ew!
Yeah, and Piers Morgan was saying, like, why are you releasing a tell-all book? And Kevin was kind of doubling down and being like, this is the only way I can finally get help for her. This is all I can do to try and get help for her. And I was thinking, if you really want to help somebody and you genuinely have concerns for their mental health, why on earth would you sell a tell-all autobiography about that situation? Like, how is that ever going to help her?
He needs humbling ASAP. No one wants to hear anything that comes out of his mouth.
Well,
Never mind a full-on book.
Yeah, apparently the book is not selling well. It's
God.
opened at a low ranking on Amazon, despite how much money and energy he's poured into publicity. Britney Spears, for me, is... so I grew up in Britney Spears' era. She was the woman... Well, I think she came to fame when she was about 16, dressed as a schoolgirl when I was at school. So I think she's maybe like 2-3 years older than me, not much older than me. I grew up in the Britney Spears era. She was an icon. However, it's very obvious that she was exploited by the people around her, people that wanted to make money off her.
Do you not think... I'm not saying Sabrina Carpenter's exploited now, but, like, would you say, like, at this time, like, Britney, like, Sabrina was, like, is the same, like, thing of, like, what Britney was to, like, us?
I don't know.
Because, like, Sabrina Carpenter's, like, the ultimate pop girly. Was
Right.
Britney Spears the ultimate pop girly of, like...
Yeah, she was an
your
icon,
day
early
age?
2000s, my kind of era.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about Sabrina Carpenter to
I don't
comment.
think she's heavily managed, because especially, like, now in this day and age. But I feel like you could get away with
I
that.
don't know, I can't imagine that many pop stars in the public eye now have much freedom of, like, choice in the decisions that they make and what they do. I think they're quite strongly managed, and they
Really?
are used as tools to make money. Yeah. So with the whole Kevin Federline and Britney Spears thing, there's this whole discussion about what is the difference, because Britney Spears famously had a mental health crisis. She shaved off all her hair, she lost custody of her children, and it was very public. And it was so sad. I don't think the media would react the same now if it happened, but she was hounded in her darkest, most tragic moments. People were hounding her. She went on under this thing called a conservatorship, where other people in her life, such as Kevin, and her parents had power over her.
What the fuck?
And she lost...
What the actual fuck?
she lost the power in her life to make decisions for herself because they deemed that she wasn't fit to. People were taking money. I think her sister even has, like, capitalised on this and taken money from her fame.
Do you know...
And all the while she was restricted access to her children. She was told she was crazy, other people, but never in, like, a supportive, like, we want to help you way. It was always like... she was, like, peddled through the media and people mocked her and laughed at her. And it still happens today, you know.
Well, what do you think of what she posts on social media now? Do you think she's okay?
Well, there's conspiracy theories, aren't there, that say it's not really Britney, it's AI. And I don't know what's true, but from what she posts...
You don't know with AI, though.
She doesn't look well from what she posts. If that is her, she doesn't look...
Do you think it could be a clone?
I don't know.
Do you believe in clones? I believe in the Avril Lavigne clone.
I've heard that conspiracy theory.
It's so true.
That she died years ago and then this other woman that looks a bit like her replaced her.
I agree with that.
I don't know. I think you can go down a bit of a dangerous hole looking for conspiracy theories. But taking what we do know Britney Spears has been mentally unwell. We do know that she has likely been massively exploited by the people around her who wanted to make money off her, even when what she probably needed was a break and support to access her children in a safe way. But what actually happened was they removed her children from her care, and then it was all projected onto her, like, you're a bad mum, you can't manage this, you can't manage that. Like,
what the fuck?
The woman is struggling. So
what would you do if you was to have 5 minutes with Britney Spears now? What would you do and what would you say?
I'd ask her if she's okay.
Then what if she just says yeah?
What she might do. Dependent.
What if she goes yeah?
Because the thing is with people like Britney Spears, obviously they're under very strict restrictions about what they're allowed to say and what they're not allowed to say.
How would you break the fourth wall?
I don't know. What would you do if an ex wrote a book about you? And is a tell-all story ever justified?
Absolutely not. No one needs to know the whole story.
No.
And if my ex wrote a book about me, then oh my God. Like, honestly, I don't even know what to say. If my ex wrote a book about, I just don't know what to say. I don't know what he would write, because he is the bad guy, and you know this.
I know.
I told Ali.
I wonder how he tells that story, though.
This is what I just don't think he tells the story.
In his story, are you the bad guy? Because this is what people do.
I cannot be the bad. I could be the bad guy in some, but you just can't with the age as well.
Oh, the age difference was wild.
And
then he cheated on you. When you told me this full story, and we don't have time today, but I think
I know. I feel like we should tell the story one time. But
yeah.
Obviously, I went on the show. Well, I originally applied because of my ex. Like, I never really told Ali the full story because obviously I don't want to tell it on national TV. But I did tell you it, and it was like,
yeah,
what?
You sat
I don't
me down.
tell a lot of people it though,
no,
because
you
it's
don't.
like it's very like it's a bit embarrassing as well because I was so naive as well. So that's why I don't like to tell people. But I've told Ali.
It's very, very private and actually like quite abusive and exploitative.
It's not even like funny.
And obviously, when you went on to Big Brother, you told snippets, but the whole story is horrifying.
Like, I like to keep it very lighthearted.
But this is the thing, like, when couples break up, such as Kevin Federline and Britney Spears, and we know there are couples in the public eye, I'm very suspicious when there's one person talking badly about the other person unprovoked. And I think if ever you're unsure who's the drama, look for the person running their mouth. That is a red flag.
That is it, because
what tends to happen is that people that are abusive in relationships will then go out and retell their stories that they're the victim, because they speak first because they want to control the narrative.
And I also think it's like a mental thing for them.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, people that lie about you when you break up with them, they are punishing you, one, for leaving them. The second is because they can't control you any longer, because they can't control you in the relationship. They're controlling the narrative around you by telling lies about you or doing a smear campaign, or, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It is the textbook of the abuser to get ahead of the narrative and tell a whole shitload of lies to smear the name of the person they're talking about. And that's why I don't trust Kevin Federline and his story, because it's giving red flags for you're the problem.
And I just feel so sorry for her, and I feel like that goes for any relationship in social media.
Yeah, and we've seen relationships fall apart, and we've seen people talking about them on social media, and we have known that the person talking is lying through their teeth.
Exactly, because and they're the ones in the wrong.
They're the problem, but they're painting themselves as the victim.
Yes.
So we're coming to a close, but I have a quick game to play with you.
Yay!
You love a game. Let's get our energy up. Woo! Woo! Okay, so your gut reaction or your first reaction, what would you do if your ex messages you saying, we need to talk?
Talk, obvs. No, you would look at the first message, but then after that, you would speak to your friends, and your friends will be like, he should have been blocked anyway.
Yeah, your friends will like bring you back down to reality.
Yeah, bring back you down. Like, you just have this this euphoria moment. What if? But then you got to speak to your friends, and they should bring you back down to life and block.
Your boss asks you why you're late. I would say always late, but worth the wait.
Well, going off my previous job, she never really said anything because it was just the norm.
Actually, same with my last. Well, because I'm self-employed, there have been for quite a long time. But when I was employed, I would come in late every day, but I would work through my lunch break. And I think she kind of knew that I would do that. Okay, someone waves at you, but you don't know who they are. You don't recognise them.
Wave back.
Wave back. Same, but this happens to me because sometimes I'm not always wearing my contact lenses and I actually can't see. So if I see someone wave, and I have done the thing that is so cringe where you wave and they're not waving at you. They're not waving at you. Okay, someone comments on your weight.
Pardon?
Someone comments on your weight.
Absolute no-go. I think it's just a reflection of
This happens
them.
to me all the time.
Really?
People feel so confident at events to come up to me and be like, "You've lost weight."
Do you know what I think it is? Like, I feel like when people automatically say you lost weight, they think it's a compliment.
I don't know.
'Cause it would be a
I've
compliment
had a
to
few
them.
people come up to me and be like, "Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?" And
Who?
obviously now I'm a healthy weight, but there was a period earlier in the year where I wasn't very well and I lost quite a lot of weight, and someone came up to me and was like, "Are you okay?"
Ali, who's told you that? Because if so, I'll actually go up to them big
I'll
time.
tell you after the pod.
What the fuck?
But I'm not the only person they've done it to. And she said to me, she expressed concern, but it's one of those, it's like, it's not real concern.
This is what I mean.
Because if you
they
were
said,
concerned, you wouldn't pull me aside at like an event where there's loads of people around and make me feel ashamed.
what the fuck?
But I just said to her, I'm not well and I'm struggling, because that was the truth. And I thought,
yeah, and then what did they say?
nothing.
Exactly, so why asked? Oh my God, Ali, I cannot believe you've not even told me this before.
Yeah, I can't believe I haven't told you that before. Someone you know, but they're not your friend, calls you and starts venting about someone you also secretly dislike. What are you doing?
I'd be like, oh my God. To be fair, like, if we both can't stand the same person.
I wouldn't join in if it wasn't a friend.
Really?
Nah, I wouldn't trust their motivations. I don't.
But what if the person you're on about isn't a friend to you? Then if the person you're on about isn't a friend, then it's like fine. But if you're close to them, obviously not.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
If it's just a random person, but if it's like one of your close friends, then that is first of all, it's a red flag that they've even come to you.
Yeah, why do you feel comfortable talking badly about other people to me? Are you a safe person? Okay, your friend kisses your crush.
They weren't a friend in the first place. That's so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's because I only have a small group of friends, but the respect is so high.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would be like life over. Personally, I can't speak to again because I would never ever do that to one of my friends. Like, I only have a small group of like close friends, but that small group I hold up so high.
Yeah.
And I feel like the people that I surround myself with have so much respect for me. I have so much respect for them that none of that shit ever happened. Mm-hmm. But if it did happen, I would never speak to them again. What would you do?
A friend, what has happened to me, obviously, across my life, I've been alive for a long time. I didn't do anything. So when I was at college, one of my really close friends, I told her that I had a crush on someone. And then the next day she started heavily flirting with them. And then they ended up in a relationship for like 2 years. And I just had to watch it happen. This is a long time ago. I was like 16, so I don't care now.
I would love to be as unbothered of life that you are unbothered of life.
But, I mean, there's different situations, and interestingly, I'm no longer friends with that friend, but I'm still in contact with the guy that she dated.
What the hell, Leonce?
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, just in like a friend way. You get invited to a party where your ex, your crush, and your frenemies are all attending.
I'd go for the drams. I'd go and look like dead good. What would you do?
I might have to RSVP. Sorry, I'm at home chilling that night. Yeah.
I would go there. I'd get a blowout. I'd get a spray tan. I'd get my makeup done. Brand new outfit. And like try and walk in like slow-mo. And like in the back of my head I've like I was in the 212. You know what's up, don't you? That's what I would do.
I'm going to give us one dilemma just to close the episode.
Yes.
Actually, I'm going to give us two before we close. Dear Ali and Lily, I could really do with your thoughts on a dilemma I've been facing for quite some time. There is a man in my office who stinks, as in he smells really, really badly. I don't know his name and he works in a different department to me. However, we work on the same floor and his stench can travel several meters. I often smell him before I see him, and I have even tactically slowed down or sped up to avoid sharing a lift with him. I've spoken to a few of my co-workers, and while a couple have said they've noticed the smell too, I don't think anyone else is quite as offended as me. In my office, I have access to noise-cancelling headphones and adjustable lighting to manage other sensory overwhelm, but I just don't know what to do about this stinky man. Love you both always. So I don't think she's being mean. I think actually...
No, I think she's being really
she
respectful.
She has and she has sensory issues as well. So she's sensitive to sound, but what can she do about the smell?
I actually don't have a clue. What would you do?
Do you know what? If it was my team, I would talk to them if I had a relationship with them.
Really?
Yeah.
How would you go about the conversation?
I would just say...
Because I think I could never do that.
Pull them aside completely when no one else is around. I would talk to them when they don't have to go back into work, when they're feeling overwhelmed or embarrassed. And I would say, like, I adore you, and I don't know how to talk about this because I feel really uncomfortable and I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
But you stink.
But there's a smell, and I think you should know. And if you need any help or advice about hygiene, I'm here.
I just think, like, because sometimes I can imagine I could be the smelly co-worker, and like it would break my heart if someone came up to me and was like...
It would, but do you know what would break your heart more? If you didn't know for years, and you're...
No, I'd rather not know.
And you're alienating people for years. But in this
Ali,
case...
I walked around Paris with my tag hanging out, and someone came up to me and was like, "Hey!" I was like, "Hi!" She was like, "Your tag's hanging out. I just thought I'd let you know." I've never felt so embarrassed in my life.
Oh, you were so happy to say hi to them.
Yeah, I thought she like wanted to be friends or something. And I've never felt so embarrassed. I was like, do you know what? I'd rather not know. But then, like, in an office, it's a bit weird because you're offending everyone with your stench.
I think in this situation, because she's not in... I know I was behind microphone prison. Because she's not in his team, I would actually talk to his manager and ask his manager to have a private conversation with him.
Ali, that's even worse.
Is that mean?
Yes.
Yeah, but she doesn't know him. So if she as a total stranger goes up to him and tells him...
I'd just have to ignore it and have like, what's that toilet spray called? That lemon one?
Some nose plugs that smell nice.
Yes, I couldn't do it. Like, I actually couldn't. I'd just pray that he like quits or something.
Yeah. No, I'd talk to his manager. Anyway, am I the asshole? Final one.
No.
Did you say no without even hearing the situation?
Oh, sorry.
No.
I thought you meant about the other one.
No, a new scenario. So not a dilemma, but am I the asshole situation. These are all people that follow us and like wrote in. Am I the asshole?
Asshole. It's
Asshole.
asshole.
Am I the asshole? Or probably
Am I the asshole?
more, am I the mug for not saying anything? For being angry with my friend for leaving me on the doorstep for 45 minutes. My friend recently got a new flat and invited me over to see it. I told her what time I would be there and messaged when I was outside. She then messaged back and said she'll be down in 5 minutes. It was a cold day. It was drizzling a bit, but I was happy to wait. 20 minutes go by and I text to ask if everything was all right. No reply. I waited another 15 minutes and still nothing, so I call her and the phone goes straight to voicemail. At this point, I'm thinking the worst, like she's fallen down the stairs or something. After 10 minutes of me panicking on the doorstep, wondering what to do, she calls me and says, "Sorry, my friend called me and wanted to see the flat on FaceTime." The thing is, I didn't even mind waiting, but it was the fact that she wasn't replying to me and I imagined the worst. She barely apologised and we went on with the day, but I was annoyed with her. So am I the asshole for not saying anything but holding it against her and not talking to her since then?
I'm going to be honest. I fear that I could be that person to leave the person outside. But I think
For how long? She was out there for how long?
45 minutes.
45 minutes.
I think you've got to...
If I knocked on your door, you would not leave me waiting outside for 45 minutes.
What it shows that the person, really the person who is in the flat,
doesn't value your time.
Yeah, it doesn't value your time. She should know you're
And it was
outside.
cold and raining. No, you're not the asshole. And I would have said something. And
But like,
actually,
say if she got caught up and then the person was on FaceTime and did her notifications go through the phone while she's on FaceTime? Like, some people just have that.
but she said, I'm outside.
But
and
I think if that was
45
us,
minutes
we'd be
later.
like, sit down, have a bath, have a shower. I'm going to get you a takeaway to apologise. Clearly,
You'd
she said that
at
she did a
lea-
light-hearted apology. If that was any of us, we'd be like, let's get a
You'd be like,
takeaway right now.
The only appropriate response is, I am so sorry and I'm going to make it up to you.
Yeah.
If I was left waiting outside someone's house, I wouldn't be waiting for it. I would have gone after 20.
I would have gone after like 15 minutes.
And I would have sent them a message being like, clearly it's not a good time, see you soon.
Yeah.
And then I would have waited to see if they got back in touch with me and how apologetic they were. So the long story short is, you're not the asshole. What the helly? I was so angry when I read that for this person.
Yeah. I just think, do you know what the biggest thing is? Is the fact that even you said you felt like she weren't as apologetic. It was a tiny apology. Because, like, if that was me and I have a tendency to forget stuff, if I left my friend outside for 45 minutes when I invited them and they've come over in their time, I would be like, I am so sorry. Get in the bath. I'm ordering a takeaway. We're putting your favourite film on. I am so sorry. But the fact that she just brushed it off.
No. Let's do our judgmental finger of doom.
No. It's not cool.
And that's all we've got time for this week. So thank you guys for tuning in. This has been The Social Battery. Let us know how you found the episode in the comments, and subscribe and follow on YouTube, Spotify and Apple Pods. We love you so much.
We love you. Goodbye.
Woo!